Jay here. I'm here to bring you a review on Dragon Ball Super episode 52 English dub. Okay, at the beginning of this episode, it shows Bulma working on the time machine, like fixing it with the help of the Pilaf gang. Like they're giving her like a helping hand. And then she tells like Mai to go get something, and Kid Trunks offers to like show her like where's the room is to go get where she needs. So it shows like Kid Trunks like trying to like impress Mai by showing her what she's looking for, but he's just showing her random things, and she's like, it's not gonna help if you show me random things. Then he gets an idea when he sees a saw like on the side. He goes to the saw and picks it up and acts like it's a sword that his future self has, and he poses like his future self does, like future Trunks does, and tries to get Mai's attention. She just looks at him like, what you doing? And she walks away. Then after that, it goes to Vegeta inside the gravity room, and he's thinking about like how Black like killed future Bulma, and how he just fucked up the future, and how he made future Trunks come back. So he's getting pissed off in the gravity room, and he's taking it out on the drones that he's training for, and he's just smashing them. So after that, it goes outside, and Beerus is complaining about where's dinner, and Goku's like sitting there hungry. So and then it goes to future Trunks, and you see him like just asleep, and you see him dreaming like about like what's happened, like the future, and how it's like fucked up. Then he wakes up like from the bad dream, and he just points his sword like there's something there to like harm him or something. So then he wakes up and walks to Bulma's lab. He was also dreaming about Goku Black. Anyways, future Trunks goes to Bulma's lab, like I was saying, and he just checks up on things. He goes and tells his mom like, how's everything doing? She's like, oh, like we're like developing the fuel, like I've worked on it before. Then it showed like like a flashback, and it showed that episode where she made Manaka uh like hold like the glass and the blue stuff. That was the gas or whatever for the time machine. So yeah, she told future Trunks that she's developing that, and yeah, she should like be like done anytime soon. So then um future Trunks goes outside, and he goes to Piccolo and Krillin. They're like cleaning up from Goku and Goku Black's battle, like the craters inside the ground or whatever. They're like shoveling them back to normal or whatever. And future Trunks walks up to them, and he starts asking them like, what happened to Gohan? Like, what's Gohan up to? And Piccolo's like, Gohan's not the same Gohan you remember from the Cell games. Like, he's changed a lot. He stopped fighting, and he's become a scholar. And future Trunks like, oh, so he followed his dream. And he starts explaining like, Gohan was my master. Then he starts telling Piccolo and Krillin the story, like basically of the special or movie Dragon Ball Z History of Trunks, of when it did like a whole scene, like a reanimated scene, where it showed future Gohan like powering up the Super Saiyan about to go fight the androids, then he knocks out um Future Trunks, and Future Trunks starts explaining that all he remembers is him waking up and Gohan just being dead. So then it showed Gohan being dead, Gohan, and Trunks just banging on the ground and turning Super Saiyan for the first time. Future Trunks turning Super Saiyan for the first time, and it just looked dramatic. It looked dope as fuck. Like the whole scene reanimated. It was dope as fuck back in that movie, but it was dope as fuck to see reanimated. So then, after he was done explaining that story and everything, Piccolo start telling him like, why don't you go see Gohan? Like he should be at his like meeting or whatever. Then you see Future Trunks like flying, and he has like a map, and when he's looking down at the town, it's like he has PTSD. Like he's seeing like the post-apocalyptic world instead of the normal world. So then Future Trunks goes and waits outside some building, and some guy walks by, and then it turns out to be Gohan. And Gohan looks back, he's like, whoa, wait, Trunks? And Future Trunks is like, what the hell, Gohan? Like, I didn't even recognize you. And they start catching up, like, getting ice cream, and Future Trunks is looking at Gohan like, this is Gohan? This is the Gohan from Cell games? And then it showed, like, a quick scene from Gohan from the Cell games to Super Saiyan 2. And Future Trunks was just confused, like, what the hell? This is Gohan? And while they're eating their ice cream, Gohan starts telling Future Trunks, like, come on, I want you to meet my family at my house. And Future Trunks is like, family? So it goes to Gohan's house, and Gohan starts introducing his family, like Videl and Hercule and Pan, his daughter. And they're kind of freaked out. They're like, Trunks, what the hell? And Gohan's like, yeah, this is Future Trunks. Like, he's coming like a time machine that Bulma's built. Isn't that awesome? And everybody's like, oh, okay, whatever. We'll just go along with it. And Pan starts like flying up out of nowhere, and then Gohan presses. I didn't think he still had this, but Gohan pressed the little button like on his watch, and he turned to the Great Saiyaman, and he starts flying around trying to catch Bulma. I mean, not Bulma. I'm sorry. Catch Pan flying in the air, and the face on Future Trunks is just shocked, like, what the fuck? This is the dude who defeated Cell? He's like, he didn't say a word, but like, just the way they drew his face, he was just shook, like, the fuck has happened to Gohan? So then, after that nonsense, Gohan asks Trunks to stay for dinner, and he agrees, while Gohan goes and does his little scholarship or his little paperwork he has from work, and he'll do that while Videl makes dinner. So it shows Hercule, Future Trunks, and Pan like watching TV in the living room, and Videl calls Hercule for some help, and she leaves like, well, Hercule leaves Pan with Future Trunks, and she starts giving Future Trunks like a hassle, like pulling his hair, punching him in the gut, just like giving him like a ruckus and all that shit. And when Gohan was finished with his paperwork and everything, he walked in, and when he walked in the living room, he seen like the living room just destroyed, and Pan like trying to pull like Future Trunks' sword away from him. So Gohan screams at Pan to let go, and when she let go, Future Trunks like flies back, and Gohan's like, yeah, she has like a like strength to her, and she could be like a mess sometimes. So then it shows like a scene like of them outside on the swing set, and he's apologizing to Future Trunks and saying how she can be like a mess, and how like when he sees her smile and everything, he just can't help but break down and everything. And then Future Trunks looks at Gohan, and he says he's never seen Gohan smile the way like he does when he plays with his daughter and everything. After that, Videl calls Gohan in for dinner, and you see Gohan walking in like for dinner and everything, and Pan falling asleep on his shoulder. Then Future Trunks looks at Gohan, imagining if he had a life like that, it would be with Mai, his mom, and he'd have like a life full of laughter and like having fun and everything, instead of a life full of destruction and his mom being dead and everything. And that just made him tear up and want a life like that. So it showed like after dinner, and Future Trunks starts saying goodbye to them, saying that he thanks them for having him over for dinner, and Hercule agrees to offer him training. He's like, no thanks. And then he flies away, and while he's flying away, he starts saying like he knows what to fight for now. He wants to fight for peace and have a life full of laughter and everything, and how he's going to defeat Black and get his future back. And then it showed him like coming out like to everybody with like a different like dress on, like not dress, but like he had different clothes on, like a green shirt and like regular pants and everything, instead of like his like regular clothes. And when he walked, he was like, where's Goku and where's that god dude? And everybody was like, they went to Universe 10 because they have a suspicion on who's Black, like in Universe 10. So then it showed Beerus, Whis, and Goku like on their way to Universe 10, and Goku almost fell off, and that was kind of funny. And after that, it showed like some Supreme Kai pushing a cart, and then the episode ended. So this episode it wasn't really an action episode. It's more of like a slice of life episode where it just gives you like where Trunks finds out like what he wants to fight for, and just him relaxing and having like some dinner and catching up with Gohan. It was like a slice of life episode. It was a cool episode. It wasn't no dope episode, amazing episode. It was a cool episode. It was an episode you could just sit and just watch like the reunion with Future Trunks and Gohan. It was cool like to see like, you know, the back scenes and the reanimated scenes and all that shit. That was fucking dope. Like seeing Super Saiyan 2 Gohan real quick, and the reanimated version of fucking History of Trunks. So that was dope. So I can't wait to see more of this arc. And I'm Jay, and this is my review on Dragon Ball Super episode 52 English dub. Thank you for watching.